Hello and welcome to Some Dude Shed. It's News Day. And in the news this week, creepy teacher messages former student, "Are you 21 yet?" sparking social media outrage.
Madeleine McCann burger van adverts banned.
Diversity activists accuse black DJ of wearing blackface.
Right, well,
It's very colourful stories today. Isn't
it's I think we got the hotbed of human activity right here.
The worst of humanity this week.
So where should we start?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, a creepy teacher has messaged a former student, "Are you 21 yet?" with the intention of taking her out for a drink.
Like a drink of, like a slushie, or?
Well, 21, I guess it's an alcoholic drink of some kind.
Huh.
Yeah, so she sparked concerns on TikTok when she revealed that her former history teacher messaged her saying, "Are you 21 yet? I'd like to take you out for a drink." So her name's Michaela, at least it is in TikTok. Michaela posted the video with the caption, not my ninth grade fantasy coming true," when she reveals that her hot former history teacher had sent her a Twitter direct message. I'll read you the whole message here. Hi, Michaela. Hope life has been treating you well after the graduation. Just curious to see if you're 21 yet, and interested in grabbing a few drinks with a former hot history teacher. Hope to hear back from you.
A former what history teacher?
A former hot history teacher. He referred to himself as a hot history teacher.
Well, is he?
There's no pictures of the teacher, I'm afraid.
Did she respond?
I cannot confirm. From what I understand, no, she has not responded.
Is she even
Which
21
is probably the sensible thing to do.
Is she even 21 yet?
Well, is that really relevant? I mean, if she is or not, it's kind of a creepy thing.
Oh, it's a creepy thing to do.
Yeah.
But the younger you go, it's just the worse it gets.
I'm guessing this guy was following the student. He said, "Congratulations on your graduation." So maybe he taught her history in school, and then she went through university, and now she's graduated. And the guy's guessing, maybe she's 21. So,
It's a weird thought, thinking, does my teacher want to bang me? Like, know what I mean? Like, you ever had that?
No, I haven't really. So the comments are, of course, full of wisdom. Someone said, "Girl, please don't do it. You are a student and a child when he knew you. This is a major red flag," says someone. Someone else says, "Girl, no, I was a teacher and the thought of dating a former student is sickening. As a teacher, this makes my skin crawl." It is really weird.
It's, at the end of the day, you were a teacher, taught her. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
What if she approaches him? Would that have been weird still?
Still be a bit weird.
That would still be a bit weird, yeah.
Actually, yeah, it would be.
Oh, if we can...
Introducing to the parents. Hey, do you remember my 9th grade history teacher?
Well,
a lot of history together.
So she did actually follow up with a comment on this. She says, this is Michaela speaking, "I feel like I need to address the situation. I'm 20, he's 21. I did confirm that. I did reply to him. We exchanged numbers and we've been texting, but it's so boring," is what she says.
So that's her problem, not the fact that...
I was going to post a screenshot, but it's like boring as F. It really is. I don't plan on having any sort of relationship with this man. I just couldn't. I couldn't have any sort of relationship with a former teacher like that. He's very hot, though. This woman swears like an anarchist protester.
Well, this is not lying.
So he is quite hot. And I did look him up on Facebook just to make sure he wasn't in a marriage and had kids. And I didn't find anything. So hopefully the next update will be me at dinner with him. So it might actually progress, guys.
That's weird.
It is weird. And when you think about the raw numbers, it's 7-year age gap, 20 to 27. It's not.
So it sounded like she was. It sounded like initially she was fucking giving off about it, and now it's like, well, okay, I'll do it. Like,
Well, no, it's not the people in the comments giving off about it.
Yeah, it was the people in the comments who were giving off about it. She's playing along for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not the age gap 7 years. That's not the weird bit. It's the weird bit is he was your teacher.
Yeah.
From whatever age to whatever age. Just.
It's the student-teacher relationship. It's kind of set in stone as not romantic at all, isn't it? So
it's fucked up.
It is weird. Right, moving on.
Well,
Mr. Black, tell us what's going on.
Let's cleanse our palate with this, shall we? We're all familiar with the tragedy of Madeleine McCann, yes?
Yes, I believe I remember.
Last time you had a burger, did Madeleine McCann come to mind? Like, just pop into your head randomly? This is a nice burger. Madeleine McCann.
Maybe about 3 burgers ago.
Well, this guy who owns a burger van, fancies himself as a marketing whiz. So the headline is Madeleine McCann burger van adverts banned. Now it's a tragedy. It is a tragedy what happened to Madeleine McCann, but this is like, what the fuck are you doing?
So, hold on. So, has he got... Is his burger van called the Madeleine McCann van?
No, thankfully not. That would have been even worse. It's called the Otley Burger Company. Twitter handle is @OtleyThe. The burger company's adverts that included a photo of Madeleine McCann have been banned. The Otley Burger Company hit the headlines earlier this year when the owner used photos of the missing girl and her mum, Kate, for a Mother's Day promotion. Joe Scully shared the controversial post on his company's social accounts on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook on the 27th of March. The tweet is captioned, "Burgers for dinner," and then below is the picture. "With burgers this good, you'll leave your kids at home. What's the worst that could happen? Happy Mother's Day to all the great mums out there." And it's just a picture of like Madeleine McCann's mum just looking depressed and a picture of Madeleine McCann in the background.
My only question about this is when do you think the lawsuit will be filed?
Has it not already?
I don't know. The Advertising Standards Agency received 3 complaints, only 3, regarding the adverts. It has now been ruled that the images of Maddie were likely to cause distress and serious or widespread offence. In a statement, the ASA said, "We consider that in combination with the images, the posting of ads on that date, 27th of March, Mother's Day, was intended to further add to the shock factor and offensive nature of the ads. We also considered it was likely to have compounded the distress of those who saw the ads, and particularly to those who may have experienced the disappearance of a child." The watchdog went on, "The ASA considered the nature of the content to be of such concern that we asked the relevant social media platforms to remove the content and suspend the account pending our investigation." Oh, so he's suspended. The Otley Burger Company said that they would not use photos of Kate McCann in that manner again or superimpose images of Madeleine McCann being kidnapped. They said that all ads had been removed and would not be appearing again. They also said the image was a meme and that there was no product placement, nor it was not advertising. It wasn't advertising?
It kind of is advertising when you're talking about burgers on your burger van's company page.
You're trying to draw attention to the company, so you've done that. Well done. Not in a good way.
Twitter said the tweet had been deleted. The controversial joke led to the firm's owner allegedly receiving death threats from people who took issue with it, but only received 3 complaints from the Advertising Standards Agency. So, however, the 29-year-old said he stood by the advert. He just said it wasn't an advert, and now he's saying it's an advert.
I don't know.
IQ. Galaxy Brain IQ.
Just stick to burgers.
Speaking back in March, he said, "I'm not taking the mick out of a missing toddler. I'm basically putting Happy Mother's Day to all mums. She, Kate McCann, is a mum. Not the world's greatest mum and not the world's worst. She's a mum.
Just digging the hole deeper there.
She's a mum. There's one there. There's one there? She's a mum. There's one there? So like the last remaining child, he means?
Goodness me.
Fuck me. Just don't talk anymore. Like,
Yeah, just stop.
Just don't talk, dude.
Right, that's enough of him.
Oh, next.
I first thought it would be like the McCann van or something, which I think is quite fun. But you know, you got my favourite thing about living in the UK is the burger vans that are called named after celebrities.
Like what?
Well, my favourite one is the Jason Donovan van,
Oh, yes.
which is named after Jason Donovan.
Very good.
And it extends over to other fast food shops as well. I mean, like there was the Frying Squad as well. I remember getting some chips from there. Church of Cod as well.
The Codfather.
The Codfather. Moving on.
Okay, moving on.
Right, that's enough of fast food. Jeez, this is a rather depressing news day.
No, it's great. Let's go.
Mr. Red, what's your story?
Activists accused DJ of wearing blackface at school before discovering he's black.
We've come full circle.
He shouldn't have done it.
Activists who accused a primary school of racism for hiring a DJ wearing blackface have had to backtrack after finding the musician was in fact a black man.
I was about to say, what the fuck was he thinking? But being himself, that's apparently.
Stuart Roden and Jill Lassen, the 2 diversity advocates for Arizona, lambasted the Scottsdale Unified School District Hopi Elementary PTA for its decision to hire 56-year-old local DJ Kim Coco Hunter.
What? Kim who?
Coco Hunter.
That's an epic name.
For a charity event.
Is that what put them on the scent? Do you think the fact that he had Coco in the name? Do you think that's what made them think? Ha! We've got a blackface guy here. It's called Coco.
I'm just wondering if they thought Justin Trudeau was doing a good job in Canada.
Right, so they blasted the PTA.
Both Mr. Roden and Miss Lassen, who are involved in diversity work in the school district, were informed after their attack that Mr. Hunter is in fact a black man and was not wearing blackface. Fuck me, can you imagine the reddener you have on your face after that?
Oh, so
According to the Arizona Daily Independent, Hopi PTA President Megan Livingood wrote a message in response to Lassan confirming that this was the case. It is insulting that you feel myself or PTA condone racist behaviour or encourage it by posting on social media, she wrote. Miss Lassen, a librarian, reportedly responded by saying that Miss Livingood was right. We should have reached out and inquired before making such accusations, she said. I cannot fathom the hurt, anger and frustration you felt after you and other volunteers countless hours on your event. Again, I truly apologise.
yeah,
So at least
imagine
she
that
said
having
sorry.
to. No, well, I should have thought about. I should have actually thought about what I was going to say before I fucking said it.
However, Mr. Roden, who is an instructor at Arizona State University, did not appear as apologetic as Miss Lassen had. He went on to post side-by-side images of Mr. Hunter on Facebook in a bid to show that the DJ darkened his face even if he is black.
Whoa.
He darkened his face a little bit.
No,
So
this
that
was
black man
this,
blackened himself even more.
this was the argument of Mr.
Idiot.
Roden that Mr. Hunter, he argued that Mr. Hunter blackened the face even more by trying to show a side-by-side comparison images.
And it's basically just
And it's-
a fake tan.
Let me be clear, a black man apparently in blackface is an entirely different discussion than a white person, he wrote on Facebook. However, it seems that at the very least he is darker in makeup if not blackface, or am I completely mistaken and is the lighting of the patio. Miss Lassen is a co-chair of Scottsdale's Parent Council Diversity, Equality and Inclusion Committee, while Mr. Roden is a member of the District Equality and Inclusion Committee. According to a Facebook Live hosted by Mr. Hunter, an organizer called someone he works with following the event to ask if he was black.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hunter said that they had clearly thought that he had been in blackface. Wait a minute. In their defence, he said to his friend who was on Facebook Live with him, how many chips in the ice cream did you see? I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I have no idea what that means. Is that like a euphemism or a code word for something?
They were probably thinking the same thing. I am.
Oh my God, I
There
know
are
what
no
that
black
means.
people here, he said, laughing.
So, like vanilla ice cream, like how many black people were in the crowd of white people?
Ah.
I'm just assuming that's what he meant because fucking stupid analogy. But
I have no idea. All this race politics is very foreign, isn't it? Let's be honest.
well, it's very American.
It's very bizarre.
It's extremely American.
It is definitely American.
But what's Scottsdale, Arizona?
Yeah, isn't Scottsdale supposed to be a shithole?
Yeah, I've heard it's a shithole, like a pit of despair.
I have no idea.
Hunter went on to ridicule the accusation that he was a black man doing blackface, asking if he was not black enough. How black do I got to be for people to know that I'm an actual black person, he said. Mr. Roden did not immediately respond to a request for comment. If you just think it's like those people are basically diversity and inclusion officers, like
Isn't what they get paid for?
Yeah,
They get paid for this kind of stuff. Well, guys, all I can say is don't judge people by the colour of their skin.
But imagine a black guy having to go at another black guy saying he's darkened his skin,
You
so he's
pretend-
blackfacing himself. Scottsdale.
imagine caring about people's skin color.
America.
That's actually really bizarre to us, but okay.
It is very American.
Right, that's enough of that.
Well, and that's the news for today.
Dear, oh dear.
Happy days.
This is a disaster.
Well,
What a terrible world we live in.
lovely day today. Go have a burger.
Exactly. Stop worrying about people's skin color, you racist cunts.
And don't send messages to your students.
Until next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.